can handle the heat.
We're here. F it, we'll do it live, baby. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Bro, how long's it been, bro?
Too long, brother.
It's been too long.
Too long.
How you been, man?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm just in no English land.
Yeah, how is that? How's no hablo español?
None. Zero. Nada.
How's the English? How's the rippage of the Ingy?
Close to nada.
Is it
Some teammates know like sentences and stuff, but the coaches don't know a lick. Coaches probably can't say like hello.
so like do you guys have translators? Like your team translates for you?
In the beginning they tried to, but the coaches ramble for like 20 minutes. So then it just got to the point where I'm just like, my team's like, bro, you don't even have to tell me anything, bro. Don't
Yeah.
even worry. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay.
So like scouting
So I just
reports,
stand there in the huddles and like, bro, oh my gosh, film is the worst, bro. It's like an hour long of
all Spanish?
all Spanish, bro. It's like, what the hell am I doing here, man?
Bro, that's how it was my first year, bro. They were all Bulgarian. I mean, some guys spoke like they could translate or whatever. Coach really didn't speak any English, and then it was all written out. Do you get like a sheet? Like, do you get like a sheet written out or not really for the stuff with the game plans? It would be written out and it would be all Bulgarian. And they had this like 18-year-old kid, bless his heart, great kid, but he would try and translate, and if I like could document his translation, it would be the funniest shit you ever heard in your life, bro. It was
Uh, uh,
so funny.
uh, Spike, Spike R2 angle, no blocker.
That's Chinese. Might as well be, huh? So how you like it in pro life, man?
You really want to know the answer to that?
Give me the answer to that, bro. I want you to give me the dirty deets. I like, first of all, I really like this angle though. You know what I'm saying? Down low, legs are spread. I'm just observing.
I'll give you the truth.
You need to put your freaking camera a little higher, bro. You're like
This
looking
this
down,
one's
bro.
this one is too high. Actually,
No,
this
that's
is
good. That's good. That's good.
this is chill. All right, the deets is I ain't doing this again, bro.
What do you mean, like you're not playing overseas again?
No indoor, bro.
No, it beach.
I'm probably gonna try it. Okay, this is this is for the camera. This is for the people. But I have some off-record information too.
Okay.
This one's for the people. This is probably gonna be my last year doing indoor. Like the overseas life is just it's cool. Like I don't mind being here, but I don't like volleyball enough.
Yeah.
If you want to go overseas, you have to really love volleyball. And I
Yeah.
really love competing. And like the thing like noticed, even it kind of started at BYU. Even here, it's like I don't really like playing indoor volleyball. Like I don't really like the sport, bro. It's not very fun to me. I love competing and I love playing with the boys. So that's why like summers are the best volleyball ever. Like I love playing with the freaking boys, but like when it comes to like going to practice and like I'm just like I wake up excited on game days because I gotta go compete, but then like I wake up and it's like, why am I playing this sport? I don't even like this. I haven't liked volleyball in a minute. So that's the truth.
So you said that you didn't like it since your BYU days. Is that like is
I
it
would
like
say
the grind of it all, or
I didn't know that at BYU. So like I was obviously I had my goals and I was so fired up and obviously we were playing UH that year and it was just like a big like year to prove for me and that part I really loved. Like I really loved doing it and I loved all my teammates and I loved like competing with them. But like something wasn't off, but like I didn't go balls to the walls in practice every day like I did at UH because I like when I was at UH I really loved volleyball. And I think like my thought process behind it was just like while I was at BYU, I was like, okay, like I gave it my absolute all, like low key like Kobe Bryant type all at UH, like psychotically all, like I'm talking bloody hands from serving way too much, like literally like I gave it. I was like, if I work harder than everybody else, like I'll be rewarded, and I didn't. So it's like in my mind, the way I practiced at BYU was more kind of like I've done that already, and it didn't work. So I'm not gonna overwork myself and because I had some bad mental places at UH. But I mean, after that whole year at BYU, it's like I still loved it. Like don't get me wrong in terms of like what it entailed and everything volleyball has to offer me. But like I always wonder, I was like, why don't like I go to practice absolutely like every day was game day for me at UH, and it was only and the biggest reason is that because I love volleyball, and then like all the drama happened and whatever, and then like BYU was super fun, and I was practicing and started off hot, whatever, fiery. Then like throughout the whole year, it wasn't just like every practice wasn't like game day for me, like. And then when I'm here and I have a lot of time to think about it by myself, I'm like, I just like I realized I was never excited, at least recently, at least in the past year or two, I was never like excited to wake up and be like, I get to go play like this sport directly. I was there, I had a lot of different things to be excited about that fired me up. And like, but in terms of like just the sport of indoor volleyball, that wasn't I didn't have that fuel anymore. Like I used to at least. And like I think being here definitely confirmed that. I was just like, I mean, it's cool. Like I'm not like struggling or anything in terms of like being alone or like not knowing language. Like I'm honestly pretty content. It's pretty cool. I got all this free time just chilling, like go wander around and climb random cliffs and mountains like Vinland Saga, like a monk.
Rest
But
in
like
peace.
but like in terms of just like my job, what my job like at the end of the day, that's another thing. This is the job. So it's like you gotta do good and you gotta like doing this. And if you're gonna be away from family and all your friends for this long, you really gotta love volleyball. And I don't. So
There's a couple things really things I can relate to you with. First thing is you have so much time to think, huh? Like it's a
absolutely.
blessing and a curse, bro. It's like one of those things where, like you said, you found yourself and you said, okay, I can sit here and I can really think, and you really, really, really find what's important to you. What is
Yeah.
the most thing that's important to you? And being in the situation, it makes it very evident, you know? And there'll always be like a slump in the beginning, but like you said, as the year goes by, it becomes more and more and more obvious, you know? Because at the
Yeah.
beginning, you're like getting used to everything, and it's a little overwhelming. And then as you settle in, it's less frantic thoughts, I guess you could say it like that. It's like less frantic, but
Yeah.
it's more like, okay, now I can feel it. Now I know what is okay, I'm calm. I know the experience, yada yada yada. I know what I want, I know what's important to me. And it's
Exactly,
it's good
bro.
that you know that.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, it's a blessing. I'm honestly gonna be grateful that I came here to begin with, because like also I go to church. I'm a good guy, but sometimes when I'm home in the summer,
Beaming.
I'd be making heinous decisions, man. So it's good for me to cut back on all that and really realize my priorities and my morals and stuff. So I'm dialing on that too, which is really good. And for I don't really like the volleyball like schedule. Like I'm getting to the point where like I like feeling healthy. And I think
Mhm.
all indoor players can probably say like, right, you don't feel healthy playing like with this schedules, bro. All the
Dude,
traveling and then like honestly maybe more so just like team indoor sports, probably basketball and stuff like that too. But like, bro, having to like go all out on a game and then go back to practice the next day and then just like sit on a plane and your knees are all bust and your back's all bust and then you gotta go practice the next day. I'm like, I feel like rubbish, bro. I feel like freaking garbo. So like that's
it's it's crazy because we actually had a talk with our team about it actually, and we're like, dude, how healthy is like a lot of professional sports? Like, how healthy is it actually? Like, you're at the peak physical performance for X amount of time, but then after that, you're dealing with so
daily
many.
basis. We're like old
Yeah.
people, man.
I think it's worse the older you get too. You know what I'm saying,
Exactly. So it's like, do I really want that, bro?
dude?
It's
Libero,
fun.
bro.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I hate volleyball. I'm saying I don't love it enough to be doing all this.
Dude, you gotta love it, bro. And I'm not saying you have to love, but like you said, in order to live this life, you have to be like, this is what I want. Because if you're because to put someone through a headspace of it, it's like you're over here for one reason. You know, you're away from
Yeah.
your friends, you're away from your if you're lucky to play with a friend,
Yeah.
family, you're away from everything comfortable to you, which is it could be good to be good in an uncomfortable situation. But like at the end of the day, you're like, dude, at the snap of my finger, I can go do and be where I want to be and do what I want to do, pursue what I want to do. And if things aren't going well over here, not saying they're not going well for you, but like I know other players, things aren't going well for over you're like, dude, what am I doing over here? Like this is ass. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally the one choosing to do this. You know what I'm saying? You, for
Yeah.
example, you live in like paradise in Hawaii where it's like I could be going and living the island life over there, and it's like you're but like I said, you have to be like it goes through ebbs and flows and waves, but like you have to be like, this is what I want to do. This is like my purpose, you know?
Yeah. Exactly, brother. And I'm just maturing to the point where I'm like, hey, man, 'cause, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. 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 I also don't want to disrespect the sport. I don't want to be a guy who practices like Garbo either. I'm like, because when I was younger, I used to hate the guys who do that. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put myself in that scenario. So
Right.
I'm just also like, I mean, I'm still gonna do a little bit of beach, try that out. Me and Troy had a little, you know,
Oh, really?
me and Bad Boy, not like a legit thing, but like we've kind of joked around about like playing an AVP tournament together. And
I
I
was
like,
there.
yeah, but then I texted him this maybe like a month ago, and I was like pretty serious about it. Like, yo, like, I'm actually really down to do an AVP tournament this summer, and he was like, absolutely. So we'll see. That could be the. I'll at
Yeah.
least test the waters in beach for sure. But I'm definitely gonna go home and like go help my mom and my sister and like just be with them. Family, me and my family are tight, so it'll be good to be with them. With my new passions, probably gonna have to get a like some type of job, right? A little humble beginnings actions, just to
Well, let me ask you
just
this. Okay, so you're talking about you're kind of in the beach, you're kind of in other passions than a job. What if beach goes really, really well? Like, are you gonna move to Hermosa Beach? What would you do?
no, I don't think I'll move to Hermosa Beach, but I do have a plan as of like when I get back, I'm going to have a plan in terms of doing content for a little bit.
Hmm.
So like a dedicated content, not just like where I post whenever I do something or something. Like I'll probably have like maybe 2 or 3 weeks throughout the summer where I post like a YouTube video and like whatever, all the shorts and stuff every day for 7 days. So like I'm probably gonna do that maybe 2 or 3 times. So it's like every single day I'm posting a YouTube video and Instagram and TikTok or whatever of lifting or playing beach or whatever I'm doing. Just to like really see, because like at the end of the day, content is a grind, and I've always like done it and had some success, but I've never like grinded at it where like you kind of post cringily and all the time because that's what you have. It's like a job; you have to do it. Like I've never taken it that far, but I definitely want to test the waters of that. So I'm like, and that's where the beach comes in too. So it's like if that works and like people are like really enjoying beach stuff, like I'll be in America nonetheless, so I'll still be doing it while I'm training other passions.
And why have you thought about maybe? I mean, maybe it's like a little too aggressive at first. Have you thought about doing like every day, like start like for a full month or something like that?
Full month, I haven't. Maybe like Instagram and like TikTok, I could probably do something to do every
Yeah.
day. But I was thinking about trying to get like a little bit more YouTube
Right,
numbers.
right,
So I was
right,
trying to
right.
do like post on YouTube and then post on Instagram and TikTok that I made a YouTube video today or whatever, a short and everything. Like kind of just like see how that goes for 7 days. But I'll do it 3 times, but not like three in a row. But just to like see, I don't know how what the content of the growth is, or like what the potential is in that. So it's like at the end of the day, let's be real. Our generation, like our age, is the probably the worst time ever in history to like get a job and save up for something.
Because
The
everything, because content and stuff.
no, because the economy is ridiculous. You're never gonna buy a home. There's no shot you're buying a home, like unless you're banking and or like if like getting a job nowadays, I would say 90% of jobs is to survive. So it's like I'm gonna at least try and because if all of the dreams fail, everyone can get a job after that. But I'm gonna at least try and do something on a content like help financially with my family and whatever. So it's like I'm gonna be testing a bunch of things, but I'm not just like leaving volleyball, indoor volleyball because at the end of the day I'm not doing bad. I'm doing pretty good over here. Like Spain's pretty cool. Some good teams. I played good against some good teams, and our team's like third, I think. Like we're doing pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah. So like it's not and like so like I could get another contract. Like I could keep working my way up and making more and more money over the years go by. But I'm just like I have intent to do other things. Like I'm not just leaving because I don't really like volleyball anymore, and I'm gonna figure it out when I get home. Like I have a plan basically.
Yeah. And if you don't, and I just because I know people like if you don't go through those plans, if you don't like, it's just gonna eat away at you, and you're gonna be less in the volleyball, and your play will go down, and your mental health will
Yeah.
go down, and it's just a snowball effect of everything. Um, and so you kind of attribute it back to okay, I was at UH, and that was like the snap, and it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It did not work there. So you're like, this is just simply. You think if UH worked, you would be in this situation?
I don't know. Milan. like I probably would be pro. I don't know where because I probably want to do it with Milan. And if like UH worked out, I'd probably still love volleyball a lot more. Um, because like at the end of the day, I left UH 99 reasons to say one reason to leave, and that one reason is because I wanted to play volleyball. And then I think when I get to go find that out, I'm like, volleyball is like it's like never meet your heroes type of thing, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't regret anything out at all. Not one bit. But because UH way like what happened at UH was out of my control. So that's why I did to have it in my control. And then just like I found out more about the sport itself. And I was like, it's okay. I'm not really I don't wake up fired up to go play volleyball. I wake up fired up, don't get me wrong. To go see the boys, play with the boys, and compete. I love competing. I'm just a natural competitor. It's just like freaking fire to me. It's so
True.
dope. But yeah, but like in terms of like passing and setting and hitting, that sport in indoor, I'm like,
And, and
it doesn't put
how
a smile on my face.
that's true. That's the thing about overseas life, dude. And you rarely and you I've been very, very, very fortunate to be a part of some groups that are like college teams over here. And it's very rare and it's something special. But most of the time you're dealing with guys, even if they're young, it's like they don't it's like their job, like, you know? And guess what? They're from that home country. They go and live their lives. Like they go out and they live their lives. And I always said this. I was in a podcast with Moni and I was talking about this and I was like, dude, because he's in Russia. I was like, dude, and I talked to my guys here about it. I'm like, dude, in order to live your life, you have to go actively do something when you're overseas. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if
Yeah.
you're chilling at home versus chilling here you're like rotting away. You're like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not doing anything. You know, this is wasting
At the
time.
ceiling, it looks awesome.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But like, if you were to go do that at home, just a chill day. You know what I'm saying?
Just chill, bro.
But like here, you got like go and do something. Be like, okay, I am living my life. Because I feel like you put your life on pause almost. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's a bit like, and I don't mean like, okay, if you have other ventures, yes, but I mean like even just like living day to day, it just feels like you're not living a day to day life. You know that
Yeah.
like,
It's yeah.
you know, it's interesting for sure.
But yeah, I mean, no, like I like in terms of the team, the coaches, and like living here, I'm chilling, bro. It's pretty cool experience. I'm messing with it. But in terms of deeper purposes, bro, um, I'm out it.
And speaking of deeper purposes, let's talk about your love life, Keoni.
You
The
want to talk
people,
about that?
I really want to talk about that, dude. There have been, can I be honest with you, bro? Can I be dead honest with you? There
Damn
have
right.
been things that I've been in my mind about for a long time. Like, I really want to talk to Keoni about this. I find no better time than right now.
Perfect.
Um,
I have answers for you.
we got all the answers. Okay. So since I've known you, right?
Uh
Since I've
huh.
known you, people don't know that I coached you when you were 18 and I was a
I forget about that all the
freshman.
time.
I was a freshman in college and I was your coach.
Yeah, and I was just banging balls to the back wall for no reason. I still do that. You know, some things never change.
But one thing that I noticed about you, and they said your faith is really, really big, right? Like you're a really
Yes.
religious guy and everything. And not in everything. I just brushed over that. You're a very religious guy. You have values, but you said sometimes in the summer you don't make the best decisions.
Uh-huh. This is true.
When it comes to dating, I remember for example, we were in Arizona. We were in
Hmm.
Arizona, you're like, all right, I'm not trying to air out your dirty laundry. You can let me know if you had a girlfriend, right?
Uh-huh.
And now is an
Uh-huh.
ex-girlfriend. At the time when I
Uh-huh.
talked to you, you're like, I can marry this girl, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's also, I'm not trying to air you out again, but there was a
Uh-huh.
time before too where you said, okay, this could be like a possible girl. Those
Uh-huh.
didn't work out. You're like, you know what? You turned a little bit of a demon afterwards, if you get what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
for me, and because I actually listened, so when you did a Q&A, I watched and you talked about your faith and everything. And I'm not
Yeah.
questioning your faith. I just want to kind of know where you align with this. Um, I watched that entire video. I watched that entire Q&A. I watched the like
Loving that.
and it was I used to talk about your faith a lot of the time. For me, my
Yeah.
question is in terms of dating and stuff wise, where do you line? Where do you, because for example, and I've seen you in a relationship. You're very committed. You have you're very committed and you're super into it. When you're out of a
Uh-huh.
relationship, sometimes do you feel that same way about like dating and like marriage and whatnot?
So that's a great question. So like as of right now, I think I'm the most clear on what I want. in my relationship life, and basically to explain me and my faith. Everybody has their weaknesses, and everybody has like a different sin that they struggle with or whatever. Mine's always been chicks. Like I've never drank, I've never smoked. Like I go to church and I try to be nice and treat people with respect. And obviously I have a good faith. And like I tell everyone that the Lord gave me my blessings and like the reason I've achieved everything. And I'm gonna keep doing that whatever I do. But my thorn in my side biblically is what they say is girls for sure. So it's what like even when I first fell in love with volleyball, I used to think the guys at UH and I used to think the guys at BOU when I used to watch them, I was like, bro, these guys probably pull hella chicks. Like these guys are freaking dope. And so I guess my dating life as a whole, to try and answer your question simply, is like I'm not the type of guy to like in my mind, I'm not very fuck bitches get money type of guy. Like I always go like one girl at a time. I'm trying to like learn about them. I end up really liking them, and but like I think it's still like I guess in faith, people wrestle with like a they say like a fleshful relationship compared to like a joyous one, I guess,
Right, right,
or like
right.
a Christ centered one, and that's the one I've always battled in between. So it's like I'll try to date someone and like and really because I have more like I guess to put it in like where everyone can understand, I'm low key like I don't do it intentionally, but I'm like low key like a love bomb.
Like you get in a relationship and you just love bomb, love bomb, love bomb.
Like yeah, like I like a relationship is really nice, and I end up like clicking with a girl or whatever, and it's like super nice, and like then they become like the main source, right? Of like that's my one thing. Like I like unfollow pretty much all the other girls or whatever, and then like basically my biggest flaw is I take things too fast. So it's like if it clicks, I'm there and we're going and whatever. It all just like I don't establish enough of a base, and that's probably what I've learned most about here, or like being here and alone and really thinking about that. Probably because it's my biggest weakness. Like my goal right now is to number one, like I need to be celibate for at least a year. Like if you're like let's be real in terms of like faith and stuff. If you're having sex all the time, like it's not very good with different
Right.
people and like have that connection with different people. It's not very good. And I didn't do it a lot, but I was in UH and I was like in D1 athletics where we thought we were really cool. And I was like, naturally, heart wise, I'm like, oh, I want to go do that because it's like, it feels good or whatever. And I wanted to go date some pretty girl. And so sometimes I would. And that's where like your question is like, sometimes I would feel like super dedicated because I'm like, okay, like this is what's right. Like, I shouldn't be flirting with everybody. Like, someone who's nice and I respect, blah, 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 like, stick to her. And then if it ends up, when it ended up failing or whatever, then I would kind of just like, nah, whatever. Like, let's go be a dated. So that's like the cycle, like the cycle. I guess sometimes it could look like if you look at it from an outside perspective, it could look a little like hypocritical maybe, but it was more so just like I'm trying really hard. If it doesn't work out, then I'm like, damn, you know what? And then I'll go I'll rely on my own understanding and go my separate ways rather than trusting what I think is right morally. But right now, I think I'm in the best spot in the terms of that because one, I'm obviously celibate here. Like I don't talk to anybody. Nobody. I don't know the language. I shake my head. I look stupid. So that's
I
really
think
helped
you
me
look
with my
sexy. I want to point that out.
thanks.
I like ball counting.
Well, yeah, well, Bald County, like definitely. I don't talk to no women here. I haven't in a while. Like I did get a little wicked this summer, which was I have a lot of time to think about it since I'm here. I'm just like, dude, it's not the way, man. It's not the way. So my biggest thing that I learned from here is one is like I'd be able to cut the line in terms of like when I want to go like talk to a pretty girl and feel that connection or whatever. It's not that's what my body wants basically, and the heart is deceitful, is what they say in the Bible. So, but like what like you said, you really find out what you want when you're here spending all this time by yourself, and like you really like know what you truly want. And it's like I've always wanted like that girl, just the one girl, the best friend, and you just love her to death, and you guys get married, and life's good. So it's like that's the goal, but I have to do it the right way. Like I can't just click with a girl and think like you have to be compatible. It's like I see the good in a lot of girls, and I don't have a type, which is like a good thing and a bad thing because if you're pretty, you're pretty. I'm gonna talk to you, and like if we click, we click. So, but clicking is not the same as being compatible. So it's like our values, our morals, our families, like if Christ is big to me, it has to be big to her to work, basically. I'm not saying like I've dated girls who didn't go to church or whatever, and like we connected and clicked, and like that's fine, and we had a good time. But like in a long term, it's not gonna. If you guys don't have the same morals and are on the same page about certain things, it's like it's not. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to basically chill out for a good time and be way more intentional and like spend time with one person as a friend for a little bit at least. Um, and basically, like I just can't rush into the next one. That's where I'm at. So yes, the next one is like my brain intention is like I'm not just gonna let anybody come in and click with me and I'll click with them and just like let it take over. Like I'm not gonna just like date someone right off the bat like how I used to in the past if it worked really well and we're both like nice or whatever. Like I'm definitely trying to be intentional with who the next person is in the sense of like the goal is marriage for sure. So it's
Okay.
like I'll learn about people and whatever, and maybe flirt at some point when I'm feel like. But right now, definitely with for the at least the next year, I'm pretty dialed on what I want to do in terms of like going home and like pursuing these passions and like trying to make trying to make some money because I want to be a provider. Every man deep down wants to be a provider in some way, right? To be relied on by your wife or your family or your kids. It's like biological for most of us to feel that way. So I definitely want to take steps in that direction too. But yeah, to put it simply with all your questions, I've been a foolish man with women for sure. Um, but as a faithful man, they have this thing called godly sorrow, which is like like if you feel guilty. You know you're in the right spot if you're feeling guilty about things. If you're not, then that's when you're like, oh, you know what I mean? If so, it's like I've done bad things, not bad things, but like I've done fleshful things for and dated and thought is what I needed. If I was sad, it probably helped fill a void for a certain time. And I learned a lot of lessons about that. And I'm trying to be better.
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing what the amount of time you have overseas does to you in terms of clarity. Like in with the lifestyle and the time you have, Micah put it so wise one time. He's like, dude, you'll never have a job like where you can have this much time like introspect, think inward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really have a time to like really digest stuff and be like, whoa. Like in my first year, I learned it was the hardest. Well, also because in Bulgaria, but it was the hardest year of my life, right? And I learned the most about myself.
Oh,
Um, and you're just kind of like, okay, like you kind of learn about yourself. And you're okay, this is wow, I didn't know this about me. I didn't know this about me. But yeah, so that was always a question because obviously I spent a lot of time in the summer when you were
uh-huh.
single and not single. So I was just very
Yeah.
curious to kind of see and I knew faith was really important. And I could tell I was like, I wonder if it's like kind of eating at him or whatnot, or maybe he didn't even know at that time, like the dichotomy of stuff, where your mentals were at. So very interesting. And so you saying that when you first got in these relationships too, it was like you were more in love with the idea of it than
Yeah.
and you would just be like, oh,
I
this
really
is
like
it.
the girl. Like there was nothing wrong with the girls. Like we not necessarily fell in love, but we clicked. Like those movie type of clicks where you guys just like everything you say and the way you guys look at each other. But like I've had those. So I basically I let that take priority in my mind a lot of the time. Where I'm like, red flags are going this way, and then for her, my red flags are probably going this way. Like only focusing on the good vibes, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong; it's really nice, and you can kind of just like have lots of smiles and good times. And but real love and relationships is it takes some work, absolutely, some work and intention.
Two questions. What were the biggest red flags that do you see a common theme in red flags that you just kind of let slip? And then is there a common red flag that you think you have, other than like you said, love bombing and just being like going really too
My
fast?
well, that's my red flag is definitely going too fast. Like I think I guess I'm not really like the one red flag for me that I probably have to pay attention more to is falling in love with potential. And that's what they say, like you want to be more equally yoked with someone. They say that like in a faith wise. Because sometimes you like look at a girl and you talk to her and you're kind of friends and you like think about like, oh, like what if like dating her could be really good if we ended up being on the same page about this and this and this, or like if I just ignore this, like dating her could be good if I ignored this. Or it's like they typically say not to fall in love with potential. And I think I do that a lot because I just like no matter what they like people have been through or done or said, I'm like, okay, like that's what made you into who you are and blah blah blah. But like eventually like some things are just like, okay, like it has nothing to do with you and it doesn't make you a worse person, but it doesn't connect with me. And you have to be more aware of that, I think. And like yeah, being more on an equal standings potentially, or like you'll equally yoked is basically the best way to put it. Is what I need to do more because I've definitely fallen in love with potential as in terms of like girls who don't go to church, I've dated them, or like girls like just way different from like what I know family wise and culture wise in terms of like where I grew up and like stuff like that. Like all those little things like kind of matter. Like yeah, I like it never made them any less of a girl, but in terms of like someone who's gonna be your teammate and your partner forever, it has to be similar. You guys have to be, on the same page about like not necessarily morals, but like more so just like the deeper, more things of life, like how people feel about like drinking and sex or whatever in church and like just like the basic lifestyles basically.
Got you. And you say for sure, church going girl has to be it.
Yeah, for sure. Like yeah, I'm trying to be equally yoked with someone and find someone who's like we're because I've dated a couple girls in my church, two, maybe two or three, and those felt a little different because I think the rest, like before, like when I was at UH and stuff, I don't really think I dated like any church girls. I just like also I wasn't like I went to church and yes, but I wasn't like super deep into my faith at that point either because I was just grinding UH and it was so fun and I was like kind of just like focusing on my own understanding of things. So it's like I guess at that time I was more equally yoked with those type of girls, but now like being having it be more the forefront of like my heart and stuff, yeah, definitely a girl who like having a Christ centered relationship is probably like going to be the most important thing, or at least like the groundwork, the foundation for me. Also, what the heck? Congrats to you, bro. What the heck? You're getting freaking married.
Yeah, dude, crazy, crazy,
Like that's
crazy,
what I'm talking
crazy.
about. It's like that's the goal, bro. Like you guys been together for so long. Like you guys have done long distance for so long and like went through so many things together. That's like that's that's the goal, bro. It's like
Yeah,
the good, the bad, the ups and downs, the crazy schedule. It's like when it gets to that point, it just seems like that's where you get as close as you can to just like unconditional love, where it's just like,
yeah.
yeah, like something's gonna happen, but like I'm gonna love you, bro. Like, what do you expect? So it's like, that's the goal. Try to get to where you're at, Gage, man.
Appreciate that, big dog. I can say this though. I can say because like I'm not gonna say I'm like some guru and I'm always like this is how you have to do it because living overseas it also provides you with a very 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 open mind
Uh-huh.
in terms of in different factors and stuff. So not to say I'm some wise guru, but I pride my fact that I'm a lot different than I was 5 years ago just by living over here. This is my fifth season. Crazy. But it wasn't always like that. But I will say when you hit that point where you're just like just rock like before the engagement, obviously a long time before the engagement, you're like, no matter what happens, this person will support me. And no matter what goes down, like obviously we're not gonna go behind that. We're not that's gonna happen between us. But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in life though, I'm saying you reach a point where you're like, whoa, this is basically as they say nowadays, you hit your flow state, you know?
exactly, bro.
And
See,
and and we've been in those situations before we were there because we started dating when we were like 19 and 18 and 19 pretty much. And so now I'm, what, 27 now and every oh geez. And there have been times where it was really hard and there was times where we weren't together because just due to long distance or whatever. But then, you know, we both matured and stuff and then we kind of realized how to handle certain situations because it was part of my language. It was ape shit from the beginning, like in terms of
yeah,
situations and other factors as well, and schedules and whatnot. Um, we'd see each other like 2 months out of the year, maybe.
exactly. So
The fact that we're here, but like, and then like we got overseas, whatever, and then obviously I'm breezing over stuff, but then we were near a location, and just like I said, we just there was just nothing that'll kind of separate you. And I will say, knowing them before you date plays a long. But I was fortunate. That can't be the case with everyone. You know what I'm saying? But having a
Exactly. And that's where my like I have to go through some bad things and some ups and downs and like question her and she has to question me and we have to probably talk about it before I really like this girl, mom. Like that was me. Like when it's all cupcakes and rainbows, I would only focus on it's all cupcakes and rainbows. And that's why I would end up dating and then once you date and you get past that infatuation phase mark and then all the things start happening, you're like, shoot,
I'm
we're not as connected as we thought. So it's like that. I've been a victim to that once many times. It like I had to learn my lesson with that a few times. Like,
yeah,
but I'm definitely as good as it has gotten so far. It can get better in terms of my the way I think of it is like one day God has one daughter for you, brother, and he's got to be and you gotta think about how you want to treat that one daughter. So
true.
that's my thought process on it, and maybe when my hair grows back, I'll start chatting around again.
Wise. He'll go back so gray and so white, so he'd be so
And
wise.
just
Fu Manchu as well too. So in terms of like, so you're gonna be playing like a lot of outdoor tournaments still? Like, is that still in the picture and stuff?
yeah, for
Like
sure.
you said,
Especially if
six
I'm making
man
content and
and
stuff. Like
yeah.
I wanna throw some videos up there for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do six man and like beach tournaments and stuff this summer. Absolutely.
So would you do like so for okay, let's say your other passions go really, really well. Beach
Hmm.
volleyball is kind of just pushed to the side once you go home or whatever. Would you, but you're obviously known more for volleyball, but obviously if you post more, you'll be known just for who you are. But mainly the volleyball community follows you. Would you just for the rest of your life you're gonna play like recreational volleyball stuff and just kind of do like volleyball?
Yeah, like it obviously because that'll be my start. Like let's say I get big in my other passions and it really works out. Like I'm gonna start post. Like I'm not gonna post about it at all in the beginning because like I would want to tell the people like once the ball has already started gotten rolling. Like, and I'm sure like I'm getting better and this is what I want to do. Like that's what
Question.
I'll.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you doing that because you don't, because of like you don't like, for example, like when you say you want to do something and you do it, and it's like you say you did it, like you tell people you already did, you're doing it. It's like positive, like affirmation, or you just don't want to be like you don't want people to be like, what the hell? Like, what's the
Yeah,
reason?
kind of like what the hell type of thing, where it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I'm gonna get it. Like when I reveal it, people are gonna be like, yo, you're dumb. Like, and I'm prepared for that. I'm kind of like excited for that. But yeah, I don't want to like say it now before I even start doing it. Like, so
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
like because in terms of content, that's what they're watching. So it's like that's what I'm gonna be posting the stuff that they like, and then like obviously they do like me. So it's like eventually like if it does start getting really good, like I'll still be doing volleyball content for sure. If that's what the people like and content is going well and I keep doing content, then that's the plan.
Do we still have our lifting video to post with TJ, me and you?
Oh,
And just out of care, there's a bunch of I think how many more videos we have? Dude, people really like the us scrimmaging the Arizona kids. Can I ask something? Can I ask something?
yeah.
So it's always really interesting. Obviously, the people who do more videos with us, I'm not saying every video we do goes viral, but there's potential when we have like with me and you and okay, if we grab TJ or someone else, there's always potential of virality, right?
Oh,
So, for example, when I say, I'm just curious what goes through your mind here, because obviously people don't know when they're there. I'll explain here in a second, but like, I'm like, okay, we're gonna go scrimmage these 18-year-old kids. In my mind, I'm like, oh, this people are gonna really, really want to watch this, and like, it's gonna go like pretty, like, or I'm like, oh, the bounce contest, Keoni,
yeah.
TJ, or Keoni, Troy. I'm not gonna throw my hat and name in there because it's not even a competition if I'm in there because I'm just they need to lower the net for that for me. Um, so for me, are you like, oh, this does it go through your mind like, oh, this is gonna have like some potential or stuff? Because a lot of time when we bring new people in, they're like, okay, we're gonna go do this, and they're always nice, cool people, and like we
Yeah.
they're close. But I don't think they realize I'm like, dude, this like get like this could go like for millions and millions of views on like small like on like short form media and doing really well on YouTube.
Oh,
Like
I understand it all, man.
do you understand it now? Like I always
Oh
thought
yeah.
like I'm like people don't I'm like we go and film these videos and they're like and I can tell like I could tell you and Troy you guys are like gearing up. You're like here we go. Like you know what I'm saying? It's
Like yeah,
showtime.
all right. I'm like, this is for the moolah, baby. Come
Yeah.
on.
Dude, it's so funny because like I always like that this summer we'll bring people in. They're like you want to do like this, and they're like, okay, let's go do this, and then okay, let's say not all do, but let's say it does really well. But I can kind of spot which ones have more potential than others. They're like, whoa, and then the next summer you can see they're just completely locked in.
Yeah.
From like they're like, okay, we gotta go, like, And I find that so because from the get-go, for when we first video with you, bam, you were always locked in. And that's what I loved about it, you know?
Because I understand where it's like, bro, if we're playing in a grass tournament, if we're playing something, I'm like, okay, nobody's gonna care if I use my D1 skills to just beat these guys normally and like make it like, bro, I know what they want to see, man. They want to see me fucking paduke some balls and probably blast some to the 80-foot line out of bounds. Like that's what
No
they
in
want to see.
between.
So I'm doing it. Like I know, yeah, because like before, honestly, I kind of started doing content before you guys started. Like
Right.
the millisecond I joined UH, I would post hella stuff. So I kind of
Yeah.
understood the same thing. What would work, what wouldn't work, and like obviously for me, the main thing that would work is whenever I jumped as high as I could and hit as hard as I can. It works 9% of the time. So like if I just want like if I'm coming to your channel and like we're doing a tournament or like something like that, like yeah, I could go 80% deep corners and just start winning and tooling. Like who the heck like that's not what we're here for, man. That's not
We
what we're
know
here
we
for.
know over here.
We're to clip farm these 18-year-olds and humble them into the ground
In Clip Farm, you did, my friend.
and tell them that there's level to this shit, young Padawan.
Yeah, dude. There are people in the comments like, "Why do you go play?" Well, first off, these kids want to play us. So we're like, "Yeah," and
Yeah.
and like, dude, and the UH video, the one we played, like a lot of the UH guys
Oh yeah, yeah.
drops in 4 days here, and I'm like, dude, I wish, having you there would so nice. I mean, so sick. We
No,
won. We
it's
won. It was like 15-13 in like the third, but it would have been like, it was so sick having
why is
Kid.
it? Okay, well, I'm banned from that place. That's
Yeah,
why.
well, you're not allowed to be there, so we're not. So that's why. That would been sick though. Dude, but has you? I remember when we were in Arizona, you kind of changed your lifting up, yeah. Like, shout out to was it what's the name of the gym?
Rise Fitness.
Rise Fitness. Shout out to Rise Fitness. We got to use their facilities. It was like a house and like a
Yeah,
warehouse.
that was sick.
Yeah, and the trainers. I forget the trainer's name again.
Mark.
Mark. I remember. Well, you had been known. I remember when we first started lifting videos together. It was you just be total meathead. Not maybe you are still now, but like, and then you kind of got your eyes opened by Mark, and maybe TJ helps you a little bit. But like, have you changed your lifting at all? Or
Sure, dude. Like I definitely just do lifts that make the job easier while I'm here for sure. Like, um, I don't really like squat super heavy anymore. Like I bench for more like explosion or whatever. I kind of just do the team lifts now. But I've also been doing a lot of right now. I've been doing a lot of rotational core and explosive work because it makes me feel so much more functional just day by day. And like like I've been doing some like heavy isometrics. That's actually really been helping my knees. My knees feel good. My shoulder was on fire this summer. Like I felt kind of bad because like a lot of the times, the timing that you kind of hit me up to go do some stuff, I'm like, dude, like I was in some bad shape, bro. My shoulder was on fire and my knees were hurting, bro. I was like, how am I supposed to clip farm with these problems?
dude, that you played amazing.
And I did my
There's no
best. I did my
problem.
best. But like the whole time, I'm like, I could have dumped that if I was feeling good. But I just like couldn't, bro. I was hurting. But right now, like I feel good, bro. Like my shoulder somehow feels cherry. Uh, my knees are getting really good. Like every once in a while, I'll have a sore day, but for the most part, like I like do heavy isometric where like my knees are literally sore the next day because I'm like it's so boring and it's literally such a mentally hard thing to like
It's like rehab.
yeah. But like I was doing some research about like how like ISOs have really been changing the game in terms of like treating it like an actual workout where like once you get stronger, you try to actually go heavier and heavier. So I've been doing stuff like that with my knees, and it's actually been like the tendon itself is literally been getting stronger and lengthening. It's like kind of prime. But also in terms of I'm working out in terms of my other passions. So I'm doing a lot of those workouts, and it's actually I really like them. They make me feel really good.
I remember you had like crazy knee, shoulder problems because obviously I remember we talked about also you were like the importance. I can't remember this in a podcast. No, no, it wasn't a podcast. The importance of like of like how to conserve energy and whatnot too. Like on the court, you would scream a
Yeah.
lot, and now you're a lot more conserved. Same thing with I think that's the same thing with lifting. If you go like especially in this 9 month season that you're in right now, if you go absolutely ape shit on the squat rack or in the bench
You're
press,
cooked.
like you can't like your job. You get paid to show up on game day. Like that's
Yeah.
your job
Yeah.
at the best way possible. And okay, if you're not feeling good, you got to find other ways to win. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But like you see people who are just doing crazy lifts, and I mean, I'm not saying like there are guys who are obviously like yourself who are really strong and they're gonna be pushing weight, but like
Yeah.
they're like, I'm gonna max out and you're like, dude, what? Like if they get injured, you know what I'm
You're
saying?
foolish. You're foolish.
Foolish, and
And
you
I was
suck in
once
the
foolish
games.
as well. It's okay.
Yeah, but you're wise now. You're so wise.
Yeah, but sometimes you can tell the kid to not climb on the couch, but sometimes you just gotta let him fall off.
Hey man, the wise Blanimal once told me you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
The wise man once said nothing at all.
A wise man once said this. Raised eyebrow. No, man, it's interesting as you get older, you progress. Like I remember we talked about this in college. I don't know not what the hell I was doing. I was just like, you're just kind of and you were more. I think you were definitely way more knowledgeable in this sense. Luckily, I had Josh Elms, great weight coach trainer,
Goat.
um, who was there, who was amazing. That kind of guided me, but I didn't know what I was doing. I remember when I do extra stuff, I would just abs, arm farm, and you're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
me
like
too.
sick of the cutoffs.
Bro, me too. I got injured my freshman year. That's what happened. I freaking put four wheels on the rack and squatted and destroyed my back. I couldn't play for like 3 weeks. It was
So
so
worth it
bad.
though. Did you get on video, bro? Did you post it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
worth it. So worth it.
Virality. 3 weeks for virality. Dude, how much you rip a bunch of? Dude, I ripped it's called Black Blood. It is, and it's like grape, so it's like straight up black. It's really black.
Yeah, the pre-workout names are ridiculous. Mine's like Spartan Alpha Rage,
Spartan semen.
Black Monkey Ape Poop.
Uh,
Those are the
dude,
best pre-workouts.
dude, dude, I take like 2 scoops of like extra heavy stuff too, so I'm like wired to the gills.
I used to, but dude, I haven't been ripping like any caffeine or pre since I've been here. I feel nice because also it's been tearing up my app. Like I used to be able to just rip it like a savage, bro. Like as much pre, as much caffeine, I would be so dialed in every practice. I didn't even care. But then it got to the point like it really would tear up my appetite, bro. I couldn't. It was like so hard to eat. And
Yeah.
obviously your sleep schedule gets a little messed up, so it's like, and I didn't really care. But if you do that for a long enough time, then it starts catching up. So like I did it for like 2, 3 years straight. So I'm like, it got to the point I'm like, oh, I gotta relax a little bit. So like now, like I'll crank a Red Bull on game day or something, but like nothing for practices. Like also, I know I'm getting healthier because like in at my UH days and BYU days, not a day went by where I couldn't take Advil. Not a single day.
Oh my God, bro.
Not a freaking single day. It was like routine. I had to. I would eat something and take Advil before every like no matter what. And like now that I'm here, like I don't.
But for me, I only took caffeine. I only take caffeine on game days. I don't drink coffee. I don't do any other caffeine besides that. But
Yeah.
like I can't eat. I don't even eat after games. Like because okay, let's say if we're in a away game, game can end anywhere between usual starting times around 7 around here.
Yeah.
So anywhere from like 9:30, 10, get your food by
Yeah.
like 10:30, 11. I will take one because the caffeine mixed with like a greasy because pizza's the only thing open there. So they order you pizza and I take a bite and I'm just like I don't even I like have stomach cramp. I'm like I can't even eat this.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, the appetite it messes your appetite pretty bad. But my
So,
appetite here has been. That's the one thing I'm gonna miss. Leave it like not like
food?
bro the food, bro.
How's that food over there, bro?
Dude,
Paella?
why is McDonald's the cheapest? The why is McDonald's the most expensive thing? Huh?
Dude, it's better though. It's better over
Riddle
there
me
though.
this. I've only had it once, but like the healthy food is the cheapest, and it's like America's gonna kill us all, bro. Like all those chemicals in the American food. I eat something in America, I feel like rubbish, bro. Like I've never eaten as much as I have here, and I've never spent the least. Tell me how that works.
Are you saying like when you eat the most because it's so good or you feel so good?
It's just good, and I don't feel like bloated, and I just like getting full is hard. Like I can eat so much. Like I eat.
What do you eat? Give me, you wake up, what time you wake up, what time you fall asleep. Give me everything you eat in
I
between.
wake up Spanish, I mean, practices schedules differ. So like sometimes I have early practice, sometimes I don't. So it's kind of just like waking up is like whatever my schedule allows. But I'll wake up, bro, and I'll eat like half a pound, not half a pound, maybe like a little, maybe half a pound of ground beef
How many
with,
grams is that? How many grams is that? Just so I know, like, because I buy it in grams. Do you know?
it's just a big thing. And I just like,
Is that probably like five? Is that 500 grams? Maybe.
probably, bro, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll have that with like it's like, and there's like fried rice on top of it. They have a lot of like frozen vegetable fried rice
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
bags.
yeah, yeah.
Those are the best. So you just throw them in the pan, boom. And then I'll also either put like a chicken cutlet on top, like I'll just cook up a chicken cutlet, or like a thing of pork, like a pork chop, and I'll just put that on top, and I'll just have a huge mountain of ground beef and rice and
Yeah.
pork chop, and I'll just devour it, and I don't even feel full. Like I'll just tank it, bro, and I feel good, and I don't feel bloated and fat after, bro, and I just feel freaking jacked like Ronnie Coleman, and I actually eat hella ice cream here. That's the one thing I
Gelato. It's gelato.
no, I eat the sticks, the ice cream
Ooh, like the
sticks.
Magnums?
Yes, but that one wasn't my. There's a lot of brands, and I that's not my favorite brand. I get different ones,
So
but they
you
got
have.
those ice. They got the bro. I have all my ice cream sticks. I saved them all. I can make a house out of them, bro.
What's the point of that? Just out of curiosity.
I just wanted. That's the great question. I wanted to see how many ice cream sticks I can have before I leave, and I'm piling up a mountain up there.
Like, give me a range. How many?
We could potentially be in the triple digits right now.
Oh my God, you're lying. You're lying. You've eaten over a
Close,
hundred.
close to it,
It's been like 5 months. You've eaten. Oh
bro.
wait, do
I'll
the
eat like
math.
two a day.
Oh, 2 a day. Genetics, bro. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Hey, if you got it, might as well use it, bro.
Bro, they're fire.
So, okay, what do you have for dinner? And so, is that lunch you just described to me?
That's breakfast. I'll do that twice. So I'll eat the ground beef mountain twice a day, and
Ground beef mountain.
the third meal, I'll either like go get something cheap right downstairs, like a shawarma. I get the shawarma all the time. It's
Right.
fire. Or I'll at the stores they have like 30 different flavors of just like these pizzas that are like kind of like the perfect size. They're not too big, but not like small either.
Yeah.
So I'll just throw one of those in the oven usually. So it's like two ground beef mountains and a pizza every day,
And two things of ice cream.
and two things of ice cream,
Wildest diet I've ever heard in my life. This has got to be the wildest I've ever heard in my life. Hey,
and fruit, and like I'll mix in my fruit cups and yogurt, and like I eat like big fruit bowls too for like snacks and stuff to manage to combat the ice cream
that's unbelievable. That's probably the most unbelievable diet I've ever heard in my life, and I love it. And
every single day, and hella eggs too.
wait, eggs? When? When do you mix eggs in there?
But yeah, so sometimes I'll do ground beef and eggs in the morning, and then lunch I'll do ground beef and rice.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
how many calories do you think you're eating a day?
I don't know, probably a lot
That's gotta be like three upwards of 3,000. Yeah,
for sure, especially with
easy,
those
bro.
ice cream bars.
So delicious.
Bro, I had this phase the first like month where they at the stores they would have these like crustless breads, but like each slice was like this thick, like super thick.
Okay,
And I would do. You ever been to Shokudo?
what is that?
It's like like an Asian Japanese restaurant thing. Anyways, they have
Never.
this dessert. They call it honey toast, and it's like basically bread like that where they cut the crust off and it's like super thick. And they like I don't know if they like blowtorch it or like pan fry with like hella butter, and then they put honey, cinnamon, and vanilla ice cream, and it's just like a bunch of toasted butter honey cubes of absolute deliciousness. And I would take like two fat slices of that like every day at least with honey and ice cream. Like it was like that was oh, I should go get more of that.
Dude, that might be, you might have the wildest metabolism I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
That's sick. That's a you and Blake, actually. That's sick. Good for you guys, man. But he doesn't have an appetite. You do. That's impressive, man. Like I said, if I was you, bro, I'd be doing the same thing. I got to be careful over here sometimes because, like, for the
It goes
quality.
straight to that bum.
Dude, that is true. I got a juicy little plum.
It goes straight to that bomba lad.
Me more. Straight to my peach.
Rich millionaire.
Dude, it'd be true, bro. I'd be like, we'd be like in the locker room, and obviously you're not having clothes on in the locker room with the boys. And we're
Oh,
like in the showers, and everyone's like, "Oh
best.
my God!" I'm like, "What? Like your butt?" I was like, "You didn't know that about?" I was like, "Usually, I feel like I always say like I
I feel
saw
like people know me by my butt and don't
exactly,
recognize my
yeah."
face.
That's true. More people know me from my butt than my. That could be a true thing, you know?
They'll be walking in front of you and be like, "Hey, dude," and then turn around and see you from the back. Gage.
Gage. See me in the front. I'd turn around, pick something up. Dude, no, I don't know what was I saying. Oh yeah, I saw Teo Vaughn describe Joe Rogan as like a rotisserie chicken. That's how he's built. I was like, dude, that's me from the hips down. I'm built like a rotisserie chicken,
That
just
boy just
thick.
walking around with
Yeah.
that thumper back there.
That's a big reason probably why I can't jump. But I'm
I
hella
love
explosive, but
rotisserie
like
chicken,
especially when I pull it apart.
especially when I shred it and and have to clean out the inside.
Remember, we're staying calm. We're not. We gotta stay calm.
You're the one exception, Gage.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, I gotta invite you to my wedding, bro. Next summer. It'll be in the beginning of next
I'm
summer.
there, man.
I know you'll be there. I know you'll be there. Probably on the West Coast or something. That'd be sick, though. What else? Is there anything else we should talk about? Anything else you want to kind of talk about or no? In
Bro, I
terms,
think I mean, what are we doing this summer, bro?
dude, that's the real question. That's a good question. What are we doing this summer, Keoni? There's a Four Eyes we're hosting. Well, you're gonna be in Hawaii all summer.
Damn right.
This summer we're hosting. We're bringing back the Four Eyes. We have a four-man beach. Four-man a fours tournament in Hermosa Beach, but you're not there. That's a problem. Like
I
if you
think I
do get
remembered
there.
that one.
But it's open now, so you can like it was random draw before, so it's open. It's gonna be June 13th. June 13th, if possible. But the problem is I don't think I'm gonna be in Hawaii at all this summer. Like I have like but we gotta do but of course, but people love us together, bro. We gotta figure something out. You're never gonna be in California. Well, the problem is I'm on the tour. You know it very well.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta find a time like maybe in like end of July or August or something. We gotta figure something out. Cause
Sure. I mean, at the worst case scenario, I'll definitely see you at 6 man, and we'll do some fuck shit.
yeah, maybe we both show up early to six man. Like if we show up like a little earlier, get a gym or some shit. I don't know. Maybe we have like a beach practice with Troy or whatever. That'd be sick
Yeah, something.
for sure. That would be super sick. No, we'll figure something out though. We'll figure something out. People love the content with us. We'll keep it up.
Lip farm.
And then because you're always on our if not that I'm saying you should, but if you ever want me on your channel, I would love to come on your channel
Bet
too.
that, bro.
It's because you're always on ours. Because I feel like we're just he's always on ours. I feel like I want to show love to you though as well too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
There's more than
We
ways
could,
one way to do that.
we could do that off channel.
All right, Keoni, you're the fucking man. Love you. You want to do the outro? How about you do the outro?
Me and Gage here.
But no, that's the intro. The outro is they already listened to this whole thing.
All right, you imbeciles. Thanks for watching. I'm just so blessed to be here next to Gage Worsley, the interview legend, the question master, and the booty connoisseur. What a just an amazing experience, and I just can't wait to count down the days till the next time I get to see his face on camera and in person.
You can't wait to count down the day.